Hello, my name is K.O.R.L, and welcome back to K.O.R.L. Today, I wanted to speak about matter. What's the matter? Why does it matter? Not those. Matter in our universe. Matter is defined by anything that has mass in at least one cell or particle. Now with matter comes energy. Energy is a property that you can measure, but it's the measure and it's the transfer of this property with the use of heat and or light. So the universe is made out of matter as well as energy, and this energy is made up of cells, and these cells build on top of one each other. These cells are also called matter, to create evolving organisms. So when you're talking about that, you also got to think about the fact that matter is also never created or destroyed. It's only transferred through energy. Which brings me to think, now this is my theory here, that all the matter in the universe was here and is still here, but it's only been transferred through different means of transferring through different organisms. Because if matter can never be created or destroyed, that means it only can be transferred and changed and altered. Hence why humans have stardust inside of them. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going here? I feel like that when you look at things in that way, it kind of puts in perspective of why everything's happening. And that's why I believe everything happens for a reason. This brings me to my theory, I'm gonna say the second part of my theory, where I think that when we die, our energy or matter is going back into whatever soul well or whatever you want to call it, energy conduit transfer to a different, I don't want to say realm because I want to stay in the base of the science. I want to say a different dimension of matter. Does that make sense? Because everyone can, not I don't want to say everyone can agree that paranormal is true, but there is something going on with the energy signals when the paranormal is present, and that is what we can confirm is true. That's just energy. That's just a measurement of what kind of energy is in the room and what kind of signal is putting off. A lot of people believe in reincarnation. When you go up to the cell well and your energy is replenished and transferred into a new cell, a new body, a new host of that energy. Because we're just like at this point, humans are just meaty, fleshy pods to transfer energy. Hence why two humans can have a baby, because there's a transfer of energy there which is producing a new organism. As a side note, has anyone looked in a microscope at germs and cells and the way they look and the way they multiply and like osmosis? Everyone's had science class, so you know what I'm talking about. In my head, it just makes sense in the evolutionary scale of things that if the Big Bang happened and all that matter is still in the atmosphere now, that these organisms or single cells or whatever you want to call them began building upon each other, and through different areas and through different types of stress put onto these cells and organisms, they've multiplied and added to each other to create what we now know as our current ecosystem on the earth. Humans, animals, plants, because they had to adapt to the ever-expanding environment and changing environment of the earth. If you guys can tell me why humans have stardust in them that doesn't point to the fact that all energy is still here and we're just being transferred to different things, let me know. Let me know. Because at this point, scientists are now getting into the thought of dark matter and dark energy. Now, I'm going to save that for a different episode. However, just something to think about. What is dark matter? What is dark energy? What is it made out of? What is melanin? What is melanin used for? Look that up while you're at it. Please, please, please do me a favor. Drop me a like. If you have any questions, send me any questions. If you just want to chat, shoot me a message. I'm more than willing to talk. I want you all to be yourselves and believe in yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you close your eyes, you have to be happy with you, not anybody else. Y'all be safe out there.